All right, let's get to the football. We were just talking about
go ahead, Chris,
Lamar
about Lamar
Jackson, and he's first-team All-Pro, likely, almost certainly going to be MVP.
A runaway.
Do you think he should be unanimous MVP? Is he even your MVP? What are your thoughts on that?
So first and foremost, let me start off by saying Lamar has really effectively ruined my life in one particular way. I have been called Lamar more than I've been called my real name.
Wow.
That man has gone to the pros. Let's start there. But that's a testament to how good and how well he's played as a pro. It looked like it could have, gone one way or the other, last few years and how his seasons ended. But I mean, he's playing really well. He's playing at as high a level as any player. Unanimous, I wouldn't say. Out of respect, I can't say unanimous because, obviously Christian McCaffrey is balling. And so that's if I were to say there's a neck and neck race, or like we saw with McNair and Manning, the 1 year co-MVPs, and I believe Brett Favre and Barry Sanders at one point, this could probably be a justified year for
absolutely not.
You
absolutely not. It ain't.
And I'm surprised you didn't
kidding?
mention Dak either. I think Dak would be in there.
LaVar, you think Christian McCaffrey's going to get that many votes? When you look
I would not be surprised if he did, Rob, to be honest.
I don't see it. I just think when you look at the body of work, the teams that they beat, we just talked about it, what they had to do in their division. Everybody finished over 500. They were 7-1 against teams over 500. Every game they won by 2 touchdowns or more. The way he affects the game on the biggest game of the year on Christmas night against the 49ers on the road. Everybody's talking about Brock Purdy, and Lamar put on a show. I thought that's what crowned it for him, but I just don't see Christian McCaffrey getting.
I don't disagree with you, but if you look at the categories of like total touchdowns, total yards, rushing yards, you're talking about a guy that has shown a level of multi-dimensional ways of hurting a team. And so when I look at what a most valuable player represents, it's a guy that brings something to the table that nobody else brings. And in fact, and around the league that no one else brings. And I would say the 3 guys that bring that to the table at a high level is Tyreek Hill, and obviously the 2 that I just mentioned, and Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey. So, but that's not saying that's what it's going to be. I'm not saying that that's what it's going to be. But if I were a voter, this would be a co-MVP year for me, just because of how important Christian McCaffrey has been to the Niners and how important Lamar Jackson has been to the Baltimore Ravens.
See, the only reason I'll push back is that the history is that this award goes to quarterbacks. And for Christian McCaffrey to win it, he would have had to be head and shoulders for any other player other than a quarterback winning it in the NFL. We haven't had a running back since 2012. And not that many, and that's why I just don't see that because of where the award. I hear what you're saying. If this was a running back won it, a linebacker won it 1 year, and it was spread around, then I could buy into your argument. I just don't see the best quarterback on the best team and has impact is usually going to win. I don't think that they look at just overall stats as your decider. I think they look at impact, and I think that's where the impact of him, because you could say with Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy's had an unbelievable year. He's had a better statistical year than Lamar, and you're not even picking him.
The one thing I know for certain is when I come on The Odd Couple, I don't come on to argue. I just come on to give an opinion. I know better than to argue with y'all.
Okay, I'm not arguing. I just having a dialogue.
Y'all way too bright for me. That's what y'all do for me to come on with arguments.
We're not going to argue, LaVar. This is why you don't come on anymore.
With discussion points. That's I like to put discussion discussion points out there so I can hear y'all's, meticulous approach to what's going on out here. That's all.
All right,
let's get to the playoffs. So, is there an upset that an underdog you're looking at that you think is going to pull off the upset, or maybe more than one?
I feel like there's always going to be an upset. All the favorites, don't
win. Yep, I agree.
And so the one that and I know this one might be maybe one that people brush off because it doesn't seem probable or even likely, but I really do believe that there's two that can take place. One, I do believe Kansas City is at risk.
Wow.
Number two, which I know people will laugh this one off, but there's a strong possibility, in my estimation, in the way that this kid is playing at quarterback, that he could actually go give this team problems, is Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. I know it sounds like a long shot.
I thought
crazy.
you were going to say C.J. Stroud.
Okay, but I don't think that are they favored. I don't think they're underdog.
Cleveland's favorite.
Cleveland's favorite -2.
Go ahead with Love, because I'm just saying when you said young kid,
if he beats the Dallas Cowboys that have won 16 straight at home,
somebody's losing a job.
That's
right.
Let me tell you something. C.J. Stroud is the real deal. I would not be surprised nor shocked if the Texans win that game as well. So there could be a few, and I think that this is honestly speaking, if you really think about it, if it plays out the way I'm thinking it's going to play out, it's probably really great for the game because of what it will expose, which is there actually is parity in the National Football League, and any given Sunday, even in the playoffs, a team could actually get knocked off and have to wait until next year. So I think
all right, that's our man. You know how it works, LaVar. They telling me get off, get out. We got to break.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Great stuff, brother. Thank you.